Okay, this video is about replacing a spring on a 4-inch reel, whether it's a platewind or an S-handle. You can tell where the spring is by where the regulator or the thumb screw is. So on this platewind, it would be on this side. This is the plate that would come off. And normally, in the case of an S-handle, the regulator is always off on the back side, the opposite of the S-handle. And that's the one I'm going to replace right now. And the best tool, as far as I'm concerned, is a loonie. It's got nice square edges, soft brass, doesn't damage the screw. You're just going to back out the screw. And this screw is what's called a captive screw. It'll lift the faceplate out. And when it's totally backed out, it'll lift out. And we'll get back to that. So in this case, this particular one's got a broken spring. Make sure you take out any piece that's broken. You can twist off with a pair of needle nose the leg that's left in there. And the easiest way is double check to make sure the brass elevator is all the way up. You don't have to be tight, just make sure it's all the way up. Take your replacement spring, place it in position, and make sure the bottom leaf is over the pawl, and push it against the spring pivot with your finger, and then just take a needle nose plier, snap it in place, and you're good to go. And that spring is in place and functioning again. Now it's really important on these 4-inch plate winds. I'm going to take this screw all the way out so you can see it. There's a hole in here, essentially a two-bodied snowman, a big hole, and then the center one's smaller. So the way this captive screw works is the screw goes into the big hole and then slides to the center. Now if you turn this over, you'll see there's a square broach hole on this. And the way I do this is I look at the square arbor, and I simply center it up and twist it until it starts dropping, and then I finger tighten the screw. And usually that's good enough to get it going. And then the faceplate will start dropping. That broach is there so it doesn't slip out or twist when you're putting control on it. And then take your loonie and tighten it down, and we're good to go. And that's all there is to it. And the method is the same whether the platewind or the S-handle. Back in business.